What's up guys, I'm Rob Richards back here at the Mecca of Bodybuilding Gold Gym in Venice, California. And on today's video, I'll be showing you 5 key concepts about how to get a bigger, stronger, more defined chest. So let's get on with it. So the first thing I'm doing in this chest workout is pumping blood into the muscle. Doesn't really matter which exercises we do as long as we get blood into the muscle and mobilize all around the joint. So this first exercise is more of a warm-up for me. I'm using a machine press, focusing on a little faster tempo than I would normally do with free weights or cables or even other machines. So 3 sets on here, 15, 18, 20 reps. I'm not really counting the reps on this one. It's more about the feeling in the muscle. So a little bit faster than normal. I'm not going too heavy. This is not about how much weight I can lift, but more so about just getting that movement and getting blood pumped into the muscle. 2 more sets here. We'll continue to stretch and mobilize around the shoulder joint, and then we'll start our first main working set with some free weights and an incline bench press. Great exercise. With this one, you can see I've got my elbows slightly tilted forwards. So a lot of that emphasis is now pushing upwards on this region of the chest. Another thing, I'm taking the bar a little bit higher than most of you might normally lift. Usually you lower the bar down to about the sternum, center of the chest. I find that when I've got that height elevated a little bit more towards my clavicle region, the top section of my chest, I can really feel the chest when I contract and squeeze it as I raise that bar up. So keep the movement smooth and fluid, but also focus on contracting and squeezing the chest as you reach the top. Arms are locked out, slightly bent, a little slower back down, and be sure not to allow the bar to touch down that chest. It should be about ½ an inch at most away from the chest. Therefore, we're keeping tension on the muscle throughout the full range of motion. The pump that you get after going heavy and drop setting the weight is pretty insane. That's a great pump. So that's tip number 2 of our chest workout. First one being about progressively warm up, get enough blood into the muscle, mobilize all of the joints. Tip number 2 is really reach your threshold, the most at which you can lift early on in the workout. Because later on, you're gonna start to feel more fatigued and get tired. You're not gonna have that strength and energy to lift the heavy weights. So go heavy early on in the workout. And if you're training on your own, reach that threshold, drop the weight down, and keep going, even reverting back to sort of pumping the muscle with that lighter weight. And if you do have a spotter, have them assist for just 2 or 3 more reps so that you can do force negatives. They're lifting the weight, you're controlling it down, giving it everything you've got as they just help ease the weight up. Right, let's move on to our second exercise. And for this, dumbbells, we're gonna drop that bench back down to a flat. You can probably see from this, I'm doing a flat bench dumbbell press, but I've got a 90-degree rotation here. What I'm doing here is starting with my hands in a neutral position, palms facing forwards. And what that allows me is to get a much deeper range of motion with that chest, stretching out the chest, starting a little bit lower, so there's more muscle activation as I push up, rotate round, squeeze the pecs up at the top, and then pull that movement back round. A little bit harder to do, so I've dropped the weight down, but that rotation and the depth that I come down to with the chest really makes up for dropping the weight down. Feels good. Go slow on this, don't go too fast, and focus on that rotation and that contraction in the chest at the end of each and every rep. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on to cables now and perform a fly type movement. Then we'll finish off coming back, performing a series of drop sets with some more bench presses. Talk about a crazy pump. Let's get to it. This one's all about angles, making sure that we're training the chest from a full range of angles and a full range of motion that the chest works through. Doesn't matter if we're just doing a bench press or kind of a machine fly, the chest can do so much more than that. So we want to work the chest through its full, capable range of motion. Cable flies are a great way to do that, and the reason I've got this bench and an incline, twofold. One, keeps my body stable so I'm not cheating, rocking back and forwards at the waist. All of this workload is done by the chest. And the second thing, by having an incline, I can change the angle of the bench, and also with this one, the angle of the pulleys. So each set, I can work the chest from more of a high to a low to a midpoint. You know what, I think I'm gonna throw some wide grip chin-ups on here. Great exercise to open out and also stretch out the chest in between sets. There's a pull-up bar right there. So far, it's a pretty complete and thorough chest workout. There's just one thing that I want to add in. For this, we need to go back to a flat bench press. We're not going to focus on weight, but this is really great technique to finish off your chest workout. We're going to superset it with some dumbbell pullovers. So let's go check it out. Two movements that you're probably not too familiar with, maybe the pullovers, but a reverse grip bench press. With this, don't go heavy at all. That's why I leave it towards the end in the final exercise of my chest workout. Reason is we've got much weaker grip with that underhand, bringing the elbows round and under instead of that overhand grip. But you do feel it work differently on the chest, more of the lower section of the chest. If you're not too comfortable with this one, a similar type of movement to hit that lower chest is parallel bar dips, leaning forwards, typically for the triceps, but if you tilt forwards at the waist, you work a little bit more of the under section of the chest. So light here, focusing just on a little bit more volume, 15 reps, and then I'm supersetting that with some bench dumbbell pullovers. Nothing more than a great stretch for the pectorals, but something that we don't typically work in when we are stretching and training the chest. So within this workout alone, we've hit angles, we've pumped blood into the muscle, we've worked a full range of motion, we've got some independent type movements, even with the dumbbells, some machines, cables, and reverse grip type movements. So pretty much check the box on everything. Okay guys, hope you're watching for more of our videos to come. We're really starting to diversify out of the gym. We've got some amazing car videos coming. We've got some in the kitchen nutrition, cooking videos. And as always, we've got real and raw gym workouts. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget, check out my live Facebook streams every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, only on Facebook at Rob Richards Fitness. Whew. Hope to see you next week. We'll do another master group and focus on a few more techniques and principles that you can incorporate into your workouts. See you then.